Today is a treat. You're listening to the right episode of the Loan Officer Leadership Podcast. I got to tell you, we came right off the heels of the Loan Officer Breakfast Club this morning. For any of our people who are not familiar with it, just go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. Our buddy Frank Garay helps lead a morning show that Chris Johnstone, myself, and Carl White, and just a great group of us show up every Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 9 Eastern, and it's hundreds and hundreds of loan officers and sharing best practices. And, we came off that call this morning. It's a Zoom call. And I'm like, Chris, we got to jump on a podcast because there's so many nuggets and there's so many takeaways and so many good things that are helping loan officers have great success today. And you said a couple of things, Chris, that I was like, what? We got to get on a podcast. Because Google is having their big conference and it has to do with AI. And Chris Johnstone, the most remarkable person in the mortgage space that is driving technology and AI integration in a way that actually works. And here, you guys know, Chris is on here every month. We just talk about what does the practical loan officer need to know about AI? Because, Chris, the challenge is it's AI this and AI that. And if we're not careful, it becomes almost a point of fear versus
Mhm.
understanding what the AI technology can do for those who are implementing it over the next 12, 24, 36 months. And so, Chris, we got a lot to talk about, man.
That we do. It has been a wild, wild couple of days. So if you look at the three juggernauts in artificial intelligence, Microsoft, OpenAI, and Google and their Gemini product have all come out with competing announcements. So they're all competing for the headlines on
Yeah.
AI. And the Google I/O conference will start. Well, okay, we'll start with kind of not the lesser known, but OpenAI and Sam Altman just paid $6.5 billion in an all cash deal to acquire Jimmy Ive's technology company. He's the guy that designed the Mac and the iPhone. So
Wow.
ChatGPT is going to come out with a phone, and they're going to try and compete with Apple with a 100% AI powered assistant. And they've got the best guy in the world for that to do it. So that was one
Wow.
announcement. Cool stuff.
Wow.
So Google, in my opinion, made the largest announcement.
Okay.
Two of them we'll cover, but there's eight done, and I'm posting about them on social and making like individual videos on each one because each one needs to be unpacked. But for loan officers to take away today, the main thing you need to understand is that Google just changed search forever. So we know people are going to ChatGPT and they're doing searches, they're using it to find houses, they're using it to find their loan officer. You and I have talked about this multiple times. We actually have loan officers that are closing deals from people finding them on GPT. One of our clients just funded a deal that was over $1 million.
And
Out of
they
state
found
buyer.
them through a ChatGPT search. So
Yeah,
they didn't even go to Google. They just said, hey, tell me the best loan officer in Houston, Texas, or wherever they're at.
exactly. And people are defaulting to that type of search because it's easier. You just ask the AI a question, it reads all the websites, it watches all the YouTube videos,
Yeah.
it looks at all the links, and then it just gives you the answer. And then it prompts you and says, hey, have you thought about asking this question? And it actually gets you even more knowledge on the subject with questions that you might not have thought to
Have
ask.
even thought about. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And it's really good. And so Google's looking at this and how fast this transfer is happening of people moving from Google to other AI agents in order to do search. And they're like, okay, we got to stop this, right?
Yeah.
I'm just, I don't know. I don't sit in the Google boardrooms, but I know if I was in that boardroom, that's
I'd be
something
freaking out a little bit.
I'd
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
freaking out,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Um, I would love to see a Google executive go, I'm freaking out, man. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got to tell you, hey, and just on a practical note, like in the last 6 months, I use Google less and less and less because I'd rather. The other day, I was searching for a business in another state, and I told it what I was looking for, and I said, "Hey, here's why I need this, and this is the importance, and here's what I'm doing with this," and it said, "Based on everything that's important to you, here's the top three," and I said, "Well, then justify it. Here's
Yeah.
why: one, two, three, four, five. All right. If you had to make this decision, which one would you choose? And then what are the questions you'd ask them? And it's
Yep.
like, dude, this is amazing. Like, and it'll reference and give it and justify. And hey, you know what? I didn't take that into consideration. How about this one? And it's like, why in the world would I try to filter through 150 sites to figure it out and read every review and all that, you know?
That's it. And so the real question is, how do you become the loan officer that gets recommended by
Yeah.
AI search, which is where the conversation is going to go here today.
Yeah.
So quick aside, so the ChatGPT search actually has a camera that you can turn on. So you can turn on the voice mode. And when you're inside voice mode, there's a little camera. You can turn it on and it can see what you can see. One of the Google announcements is they have partnered with Samsung to develop glasses. And so you're just going to like wear the Google AI on your face. It's your personal assistant. It sees everything that you see. Like the demo that they did, it's like, oh, hey, tell me about this book, whatever. Oh, hey, I lost my car keys. Where are my keys? And it's like, oh, your keys are over on the table over there, because it sees everything and it knows. It's
Wow.
like, remember where your glasses are. Remember
Dude,
where
this
your
is
keys
like
are.
sci-fi
Like, it's like,
stuff, man.
oh, man.
Dude, this is like George Jetsons and then all the like I mean the Minority Report, like it's almost unfathomable that like I'm just like mind blown. Okay, so I'm like, all right, I hear all that. Should I be nervous? Should I be scared? What is I mean, and I'm just being real practical. It's like, what does that mean for me as a loan officer? Because hey, and tell the stat you were telling earlier because you said something like tell those two stats because I thought that was just mind blowing.
Yes. So at the Google conference, they've announced that Gemini is going to show up on the majority of searches. So in the US on Tuesday, they rolled out Gemini search results. So when you go to a Google search, it's totally fundamentally changed. Google doesn't just show you a bunch of websites anymore. There's an AI assistant at the top of search that's answering the question that you've asked it. So they've built their AI, Gemini, into the front page of search.
Mm.
So they've been testing this for a year, probably, maybe even a little bit longer. And what they've discovered is that when they show that AI Gemini answer
Yeah.
to somebody's Google search, over 80% of the people that see it don't click a website.
Mm. Well, and I
Because
see that as two things. Number one, that affects their ad revenue, number one. But number two, it means being at the top of Google may be less relevant because if AI is not seeing it and pulling it to the top on their behalf, you're not seen. I mean, you could still see the things underneath it, but that's a big deal, man.
it's like, you
That's
know,
it's a game changer. Like it's like, okay, so hey, so and this is a real question. So knowing that, and look, I went to Google earlier and I didn't see Gemini on mine. So I don't know why I don't see Gemini, but I searched up a couple things. So maybe I don't know, but we know that this is where it's going. And my question is, so what does that mean for me? I guess I got to learn how to be searched or identified by AI, both Gemini and GPT.
yeah, that's right. And the amazing thing about this is it goes to the fundamentals of search marketing, because the fundamentals of SEO you may have heard about, and we've
Oh
got
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
officers ranked all across the nation on just general practices of making you an authority with Google, and that used to get you at the top of search results.
Right.
Now AI is so smart. There is, and in my opinion, there never was tricks to it. Like, you only want to build natural authority with
Right,
Google.
right. Yeah,
But here's the big pivot. And I'm going to give away our secret sauce as to what we do, because we've got a client, his name's Oliver.
yeah,
He's in the Tampa market, and he's been funding deals from being ranked in the 3-pack for like 3 years. He's been working with us.
yep.
Uh, Now he's recommended inside ChatGPT. He's funding deals from there. And most recently, he's now ranked inside Gemini. And
Wow.
what this all comes
Wow.
back to is building your digital brand. And so, Steve, you and I know the majority of funded mortgage deals come from referrals.
Yeah,
It's referrals from past customers, it's referrals from past referral partners, it's the new qualified agents that you build
right.
relationships with, and it's your deals in process.
Mm-hmm.
So those people are recommending other people. Well, in today's world, first-time home buyers and tech-enabled buyers, which I believe makes up about half of the market,
Yeah,
they're going to get you as a recommendation from a referral, and then they're going to go search you online and see what they can find out about your brand.
yeah.
So can they find your website? Can they find your ratings and reviews? And are you posting regular content on social media so that they can go to their favorite social media platform and be like, oh, hey, look, insightful content. They're regular, they're active, they're a real person, but they know the mortgage industry really well. I feel comfortable picking up the phone and calling.
Right.
So this digital being an authority and having a good online brand helps you convert more of your referrals. And I believe it's becoming very, very quickly just table stakes for being in the industry. People have to be able to find you online and see your brand and go, okay, yeah, I'll make the call. This is a loan officer that I'll have a discussion with and potentially move forward with.
Right.
The other half of the conversation is all of these first-time home buyers and all these tech-enabled buyers are going to Google and ChatGPT and now Gemini and saying, hey, I need to find a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in this location. AI helps them find that house. And then they say, okay, great. Well, can I qualify for it? Well, it's being recommended as one of the loan officers that the AI recommends to that person that's doing the home search. That's the new game. That's the new Zillow opportunity. Like, there's going to be 4 or 5 major companies in the mortgage industry that understand this and implement this, that are going to go take that rocket ship to, hey, we have authority with artificial intelligence. Because right now it's like, it literally just started. This is the ground level. We can still compete. And so how do you do that?
Yeah. Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. I'd also love to hear from you. Make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or what it is you want to see next. And we'll see you on the inside. See you.
Okay, so I'll give 4 tips, the 4 main things.
Yeah.
The first, you have to be using artificial intelligence in your daily processes as a mortgage lender. You have to become an AI-powered mortgage lender. We're living in a world where it's already started to happen, where the loan officers that are powered by AI have an unfair advantage over the loan officers that don't have AI and don't have that as a process in their business. So when you have a Gemini account or you have a ChatGPT account, you should be using that account to run your business every day underneath the general prompt inside your account. So you start your conversations and you set your account up with all of your business information. So here's my name, here's the company I work for, here's my NMLS number, here's my website, here's my Facebook, here's my Twitter, here's my booking link, here's your, like, every single piece of real estate that you've got on the internet, you put it in your ChatGPT profile so that it understands who you are. Then every day when you have a question that comes in via email and you've got a client like, hey, help me with this question. You take that email, you punch it into GPT and you say, I'm the best loan officer in Texas.
Yeah.
I care about my customers and I want this customer to get a phenomenal response. Write me an email response. It writes the email response. Well, you just saved yourself a ton of time and created a great email to send to the client. It's probably better than what somebody
You would
may
write
have
anyway.
sent just off the cuff or your,
Yeah.
in the parking lot on your phone or whatever. This is
Sure.
just a phenomenal response. Same every time, uses the scripts,
Yeah.
does all the stuff, right? So everybody thinks, oh, it's a time saver for email and I can use this. That's kind of cool. But what people are missing is the fact that you're actually having a conversation with artificial intelligence and training it that you're an expert in your marketplace, helping customers, answering questions, and creating content. So we have this prompt stack document, and we give it away for people that book consultations with us. It's like a free gift. And it's like how to ask ChatGPT and Gemini what are the main questions that happen online, and then how to create content that answers those questions. How to like you copy and paste from the document into AI and it produces all the content for you. But think about answering a question that you get over and over and over from your customers inside your email. You get the response and then you say, hey, this would be super helpful to put on my website to help new searchers that also have this question. Create me an insightful blog post that I can put online to help educate people.
Yeah.
It creates the blog content for you. Now, here's the really cool thing, Steve. It's not going to be perfect. And we don't want it to be perfect because it's you as the independent loan officer in your local marketplace talking to the AI and saying, that's not really right. write it like this. Oh, that loan program doesn't exist anymore. We're using this program over here right now. Like, it still doesn't understand the mortgage industry word for word, guideline
Sure.
by
Sure.
guideline. It still makes mistakes. So when you're teaching it and you're taking that content and you're making it better, you're making it unique, you're making it your own,
Yeah.
you're actually the product of AI. Because the number one thing that AI wants, it doesn't want money,
Knowledge. It wants
it wants
knowledge.
knowledge.
That's it. That's it.
So when you're using your daily processes to
Mm.
educate the artificial intelligence,
Yep.
you're earning authority because you're giving it knowledge. And then when somebody asks it, who's the best loan officer in XYZ, and you're the loan officer that's been teaching it about mortgages, it will
Yeah.
naturally recommend you to new customers because you earned it.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
100%, man. 100%.
So you save a ton of time, but you also teach AI to recommend you to new customers and helps people find your brand.
Yeah.
So continue that on, create me a blog post, you put it on your website, create me a quick video script so I can do a social media video. Then, hey, write me a YouTube description that's going to rank for that keyword. Hey, write me a Facebook post, write me an Instagram post, write me an X post, write me a Google business profile post. It just like spits all this stuff out. You take it, you can put it in the loan officer CRM, it'll post it all out for you. Just go to social media, post it. But AI is saving you a ton of time by writing all of your content, but it's all
Yeah.
based off the questions and answers that are the most frequently asked online. So content authority, big step number one. Number two, online business directories.
Okay.
This is like circa 2001 SEO.
Yeah. It's going back old school. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So when you register a business on a
Yeah.
Google business profile and inside the Better Business Bureau, there's thousands of websites on the internet that will go and grab that information and put it on their own site. So Yelp is a good example. So a lot of people were like, what's this Yelp thing? But they would go there and they would find their business profile on Yelp. And then they were like, oh, okay, well, I better pay attention to this thing because it's there. Well, there's thousands of those websites that are just listings of all the businesses.
Yeah.
Most people in the mortgage industry have outdated information, no information at all, or it's just like, hey, I used to work out of this house and then I moved to this house over here. I used to be here and now I'm here. And all of this information is just like spider webbed all over the place.
Yeah.
AI is smart enough to take a snapshot of that in like 8 seconds. And it's like, is this a reputable business? If you don't have your name, your address, your phone number, and your website, and now social media content, right, listed in every single one of those business profiles, and it's not identical in every single one, AI goes, I can't recommend this business because I don't
It's
know where
not
they're located.
clear. Yeah. Because it's not clear where they're at, who they are, and is this contact info correct?
That's right.
Wow. Hey, well, how do you scrub all that? How do you like what? I'm sure you, and that's part of what you'll help us with in, but yeah, man, that's remarkable. I didn't even think about that because how many times has you made an office move, you made a company move, you updated your email, and all of a sudden it's not congruent.
That's right.
Wow, that's powerful. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So it's so important that we actually built a tool inside the loan officer CRM that does just that. So there's a reputation tab for all of our members. Like you go
Yeah.
to reputation tab on the left-hand side. And then in the menu that pops up at the top, you just hit, I think it's just called reputation or it's called blinks. I forget what they
Yeah.
call it, but it's business directories. And you
Yeah.
go on there, you put in your business information, hit search, and it will pull in the list of all of the business directories and show you which ones are right, which ones are wrong, which ones are non-existent. And then there's a button at the bottom and it's like, fix it. It's $49 and you can just like click the button and it'll go and it'll update all your business listings right through the CRM. It's that
Dude,
important that we built it right into the tool.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Steve, I'll go quick because I know you're super busy and
No, brother. This is a great conversation, and we may make this 2 episodes. I don't know. We'll see. So we got 4 points. You've hit two, right?
yes.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah, and we may just break this up. So keep going. Let's take our time. Let's unpack it.
All right. If there's somebody that wants to book a consult with our team, it's aimortgagedeals.com. So we will do all this for you. We're hyper focused on working with our clients to get you authority with artificial intelligence so
Mhm.
that the AI recommends you. It's our SEO product, but we've totally revamped the whole thing. Existing
Mm.
customers, you don't have to do anything. We're just like including all the upgrades with you if you're on the program. But if you would like us to create all your content, do everything for you, and work at aimortgagedeals.com, you can talk to our team about it. We'll give you the script book for free,
Yeah.
just showing up on the call. So
Hey, and
just
listen,
give
I
me a
got to
different
tell you,
example.
AI. First off, let me just say this to our listeners because we'll break this up into two episodes, and right after this, we'll move it into another one. Hey, but let me just say this: Chris's team is absolutely remarkable. They've been helping me personally. They've helped my wife, who's now back in the mortgage originating space, full on, and his entire team, his entire staff are absolutely remarkable. And so if you're not using the AI CRM, talk to them about it. It's super inexpensive for what it replaces. It replaces Phone Burner, it replaces BombBomb, it replaces the texting capabilities. It's got AI auto attendant built in. I mean, it's remarkable. So I just want to encourage you, connect with Chris's team, aimortgagedeals.com. Is that the one you'd send them to on that, even for the CRM?
Yeah, our team is there to take care of
Okay, they'll
everything.
they'll support you. He's got great products, and so do that. And I got to tell you, it's absolutely remarkable. Okay, all right. So let's do this. So you got two more points, and we'll
Yeah.
just take our time on these 2 points.
Okay.
So here, let me do this. So hey, for everybody, I just want to tell you this. I really appreciate you listening to podcasts. We're going to do part two on this next episode. So, and let me tell you this, if you're wanting a real plan that combines AI and the tactical of what to do every day on a phone call, here's what I want to encourage you: go to freedomplanningcall.com. That is the tactical side of how do I make the phone calls? What scripts do I use? Help me build a clear 90-day fast action plan. And then as you're working with, it's both and Chris's team on the AI, that's the superpower. So if you want help on the scripts, go to freedomplanningcall.com. You want help on the AI, go to aimortgagedeals.com. And remember this, anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Just get started. See ya.